that open a bit more. Break that open a bit more. And then like leaves. I think this is a good idea. Interesting. And then leaves down here. Q says, in real life, I'd imagine people would turn the inside into a kind of arboretum or greenhouse. You put lots of flowers, grass, etc. Maybe. Except that it'd be dark on the inside. It'd have to be plants that live in the dark. And we'd have to let the water in. Like let the rain in. It's one of these things that's just not very practical, Q. I mean, this was impractical from the very start, right? And there's not actually enough space either. Like, I mean, look, there's the platform, and then like there's no, it's not that big. I see what you mean, Q. It'd be nice to have like a pool, some plants in here, but the space is actually not that big. Huh. I mean, we can make it completely overgrown on the inside. I'm not sure if that's a good idea, though. Yeah, like you'd imagine it'd be like a cave, mossy cave. Actually, what's that, Sinkhole cave images. Ah, right. So these are, hold on, let me switch over to full screen. So if like a sinkhole cave, basically it's a cave, and then the ceiling collapsed, so there's a sinkhole, and then it ends up looking like this, right? So the stuff has collapsed into a giant cave, and then there's like moss and things growing around the edges of it. And while this is an interesting idea, I'm not sure we can fit all this stuff in the train station is the problem. That's pretty cool, look at that. And like this. Yeah, so there's like moss growing on the rocks inside. Looking out from a sinkhole cave, there's like forest outside and a cave on the inside, yeah. Like that. That looks amazing. And there's like water flowing in from the outside the cave, that's pretty cool. But these things are massive. From the outside. So there's a forest, and then there's this is actually like, this is not grass, these are trees, right? And then there's like a massive sinkhole, and then there's more trees on the inside. And then things like this. This is smaller. So there's plants growing into the cave from the outside. Hey, that's kind of cool. There's trees inside the sinkhole. Alright, some of the stuff is really cool. But we don't... It's much bigger than what we're doing. Alright, things to think about. Alright, let's see what Wesley's up to. And let's think, I mean, it's kind of cool. I mean, look at that. It's got a giant log. You can't actually see what it is. As you're coming in. Picture I took, says Wesley. What is that? Oh, you've been here? This is your personal picture? Alright, let me full screen this. This is, I mean, there's a lot of nuance here that we can't fit into Minecraft is the problem. There is another underground station at Skyland. We can keep this stuff in mind for that, I suppose. Alright, back to looking for Wesley. You can't even really... Okay, you can kind of tell that you're in a giant log. And then you come out the other side. It's a giant log. Things to think about. Well, if we want to redo this station later on, Wesley says I'm here. Wait, at the station? Oh. Aren't we gonna look at the bridges? Or do you want to rebuild the station right now? Oh, by the way, we only have 9 minutes left today. Do you want to rebuild the whole station in the next 9 minutes? How are you feeling? Do you want to do it? You want to do it? We can. Okay, let's look at bridges. So the big one is the nearest one, right? This is the big one. Oh, there's a lot of water underneath here. So the wooden bridges that people used to build, they would do stuff like 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe, or 6 even. And then they would 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like they would pile the logs up. So the columns holding up the bridge would be like this. Just piles of logs until you get up to the bridge level. Wooden railways? Should we look that up in Google? Although usually they don't. Like it's not that big, so like have the logs pile up to hold up the bridge. Let me go wooden railway. This is not. Why is it all toys? Timber railway. No, those are railway timbers. Okay, so it's like, well, this is a different one. Timber under bridge, full screen. That's a different kind of thing. We can also do this, I suppose. Like a wooden bridge, Nash Timbers. Historic timber railway bridge. Okay, there's trusses. Trusses and then timber. This is pretty cool. I like this. Can we do something like this? Alright, let me transition back. You think we can manage that? So trusses, I don't know how we do diagonal trusses though. Diagonal trusses is pretty hard. Maybe we don't do this. With a lot of trying. I mean, alternatively, if we have like a wooden truss sort of thing, so it'll be like a sandwich of wood. And then the truss would be like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's not really the same because we don't have diagonals. Yeah, no diagonals is not the same. And then underneath we would have like columns. Well, down to the ground kind of. Columns down to the ground and like maybe stick that out there and then columns down to the ground. I mean, that's kind of cool. Just leave it open or glass in between. Well, probably glass it. We usually glass it, right? Except that the diagonal bits are gonna be a little more complicated than this. I mean, that's kind of cool actually. How will we do the diagonal though, is the question. It's a question that I'm afraid to ask. Like honestly, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Yeah, and the piston bits. The piston bits we have to design a custom thing, I think. Yeah, piston things on the diagonals. Who designed this? Why is it so complicated? Whose fault is this? And then we, like, I don't know, columns? Blame Notch, yes. Yes, it's all Notch's fault. You know what? I blame Blizzard. I blame Blizzard, and Diablo Immortal is who I blame. How dare Blizzard release a game for mobiles instead of putting diagonals into Minecraft. So I guess we can like do that. Stick that out there. No, diagonals are okay. Now you know what? I think diagonals are gonna be okay. Wesley, look at this. Look at this. That's okay, right? Oh, actually, it's supposed to stick out down here. I guess we can have like cross timbers or something. It's not meant to be like that, is it? It's meant to be like this. Kind of like that. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's more like this. Alright, diagonals are okay. And then we you know, it actually looks kind of good. It actually looks kind of cool. Look at that. And then we have to figure out the other bits, the persistent things, the redstone things. But aside from that, I think that's fine. If we just do that. Alright, any final thoughts before we finish the stream? I guess yeah, it is 4:20, so we should finish the stream. So I guess we should, maybe the boxy bits we can have like additional boxiness. I don't know if it's like there or the next one across. Additional boxiness coming down. I guess we do the boxy bits first, and then the stuff in between next. And then there's your bridge. Alright, I'm gonna end the video here. See you in the next video where we build the bridge.